stand up and not just do for themselves, but I heard people talking about their families and their children and wanting to live lives that are an example of who we are as a people. And so today, really what we're here about is doing the challenging work of defining who are we going to be as a community, as a city? Who are we going to be as a state in New Jersey? Who are we going to be as a nation? What are we going to be about? Over my right shoulder here is the American flag. We can't just rest on the laurels of the sacrifices and the struggles that were made from previous generations. We have to define America anew every single day by what we do. And so today, to me, I am just thrilled. I am excited. I'm 10 feet tall today because this is what a powerful statement for our community right now, for all of us to gather together, the heroes whose names don't appear necessarily in the papers, and the heroes who we do read about, to show America what Newark is about today. My staff, we talk about this behind closed doors all the time. It's wonderful, wonderful to have a first-class arena in our downtown that literally has drawn over 1 million people to the city of Newark. But we need to, in the city of Newark, in our neighborhoods, to have first-class recreation spaces in every single town. That's why we made a commitment to build over 20 parks in a public-private partnership. It's wonderful in the downtown right now to have 100,000 a day and more people come every single day to commute in our city to work and have literally 0 instances of crime or violence. But if we're going to manifest who we are, we have to have that same level of safety and security for every resident, no matter where you live. And that's why I'm proud of the police department and community leaders who've manifested now for us in Newark, the #1 city in America for violent crime reduction. It is wonderful for us to talk about who we must be, but we've got to make sure that we manifest it and do the difficult work. I have some people on my staff, like Mike Myers, who's head of my housing, who's here. Mike, where's he? He's over there waving. Always in the back, always talking. He came into my office. I can't claim credit for this. And he says, Mayor, we need to double the production of affordable housing in the city of Newark. That should be the standard that we set. And already, in a short less than 2 years, we've doubled the production of affordable housing. And so this is really what we must begin to say. We are Newark. We are New Jersey. We are America. And we stand for something. We stand for compassion. We stand for interdependency, where we each have each other's back and lift ourselves up, because this myth of rugged individualism is a lie. We all need each other. And we must be about love. We must be about love. Not a namby-pamby sort of weak word, but an affirmative, strong, aggressive, unconditional, unyielding word of love. So today I want to give thanks to everybody who has been involved in this, whether it's the individuals who will one day live in this home, who are trying every single day to be that reflection of the divine. And I want to especially thank the people who are up here today. I need to just really focus on a few people if I can. First, I have to focus on a guy who's really become like an older brother to me through this process. And he is not, to me, in any way a politician or a lot of the words that are thrown at by elected officials. This, to me, is a person that embodies in the deepest sense of the word what it means to be a public servant. He's not a lot of glitz and glam, a lot of flash, but every time I talk to him, he's concerned about the most meaningful and most important things. And what he calls me about sometimes is amazing to see the details that he's watching. Whether it's calling me up and saying, hey, Corey, this Starbucks closing, not good for Newark, what can I do? Or when we had triple homicide last year, him calling me up, coming to my office, and talking to me in detail about what can be done. We are lucky in this state. We are so lucky in this state to have a man of such depth of compassion, and the word I used before, sincere, authentic love. Would you please give another round of applause and thanks to Governor John Corzine, without whom this project would not be possible. Not be possible. The second is a family who I feel just blessed, because it started out as sort of a relationship to talk about what we can do together, and the relationship has deepened into a real friendship. The young lady who's to my left now, she is now up in my life, concerned about every aspect from my personal life to my professional life. But I really do have this saying that God grant me at least one friend that truly knows me and is still my friend anyway. So I'm lucky to have an abundance of those type of friends. Councilwoman Kropp, an abundance of those types of friends. But the Cole family has shown me but through not words, but through examples about what it means to be an American. And that word, especially during election season like we are in now, is thrown about in so many ways. But I know what the word American means because my mom and my dad told me every single day that this country was born out of collective sacrifice. And those who can must do for others to continue the idea and the dream of America. So I really want to thank Maria Como Cole and Kenneth Cole, who's sitting over to the side, because without them, this project would not be possible. But more importantly, they're not just a part of Newark Now for this one project. They really are a part of our energy and our idealism that's pushing and propelling this city forward, and are part of my family. Please, for Maria, please. And finally, I usually often joke that I'm like the little drummer boy. I often come without gifts, but I actually have a gift to give to an individual who I'm hoping will come up and hug me, so I can talk to other people that say I was hugged by this man. Maybe we'll catch it. Maybe we'll catch it on camera. I've got a man crush on this guy. I know Katie Wang will be writing that tomorrow. Thank you very much. I'm comfortable in my masculinity up here as your mayor. Look, the governor's now putting his head down. I need to talk. Corey, I'm going to talk to you later about this. Look, I've met a number of famous people in my life, and a lot of people talk the talk and associate themselves with issues and do what's necessary to help their public image and their publicists. But I have to say, there's a rare human being in the world of American stars, a truly rare human being. And I was talking about him behind his back at the convention, talking about what I was excited to go back to Newark. It's wonderful to be a mile high in the mountains, but it was great to come back to Earth. And I said I was so excited about today's press conference because I'm going to be standing with the man who blew me away. And I have had a healthy bit of skepticism when I sat down with him. But he blew me away because he was not just about a photo op. He was so thoroughly saturated in the way he lived his life. It's such a hard thing to do, to live consistently with your ideals. But this man is so thoroughly saturated with his ideals, so passionate and uncompromising in his vision of America. I sat down when I started talking about federal housing policy, when I realized that this rock star knew as much or more about federal housing policy than I did, a person who claimed to be a policy wonk. I was blown away. When he started telling me about the things that he does that don't necessarily get cameras or success, when he talked to me about what motivated him, about the transformative moments of his life, when he committed himself to dealing with issues that we all just talk about, or many of us just talk about, I was just blown away. America, and America I love, New Jersey I'm proud of. New Jersey is so lucky to have a man that is so loyal to the ideals of our state and so willing to make tremendous sacrifices, not just with his money or his fame, but with his time, attention, and energy. We are so fortunate to have a man. I was talking with the governor and a New Jersey delegation that the motto of our state is liberty and prosperity. To make those two words real for every New Jerseyan, we're not there yet. We have such a long, long road to go. But here is a man that is not standing in the back. He is in the trenches of the fight every single day to manifest our highest ideals. This man, you can say he is a rock star, but the reality is his light that he emanates does not come from any bands or any songs that we all know the words to. His light emanates from a pure, wonderful essence of love that he has in his heart. And so I have a small gift that was made by Newark children, made in a wonderful organization many of you know called